Hello there, you're welcome to my channel. Victoria here. It's good to see you. If you're stepping here for the first time, you're welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, you are still welcome to Abokinits. And in this tutorial, I want to show you how you can make this beautiful pattern. It's a lace design. However, we are going to use a punch card instead of the lace card, and we are using the usual thread for sewing and the yarn. So I'm using these two to create this design with the punch card. So I had first make a swatch and see how it's going to come out. So you might also want to, when you pick your punch card, whichever you're going to use, first make a swatch and see how your pattern is going to come out in the order of you feeding your yarn into the yarn needle. So I'll start by inserting my card into the card feeder. I don't know if it's called the card feeder or something. Yes, here where you put the card. It's card number 20, the one I'm using, but any other card can do this design. So it's whichever choice of card you use, the design will surely come out. So you don't have to have exactly this card, but if you have this particular card, well and good. But you can try out with different card patterns, make a swatch with them, and see which one will bring out the design you are going to make. Well, here we are going to do a top. I'm making a top for myself, so that's why I chose that card design. So we are going to select our needle. In my feeder, yarn feeder, I have this thread and also the yarn. So one goes on one way and another one the other way. So it's like having two yarns in that you're going to knit with. So for this particular size, I did 60, 61. So you might want to pull out your needles. 60, 61. This is dependent on your size that you want to do or the piece you want to make, because you can use this design to make a dress, to make shorts, to make a top. Here I'm making a top. Yes, so you can make a skirt out of it and you just add in a lining. It is really so nice. When I've been thinking about doing it, I thought, why not? You can even make a beanie out of it, a sweater. Yes, you know, you've seen those sweaters which have a lace pattern at the back, and then the sleeves have a fold. So you can do anything you want with this particular design. So I've cast on one by one, and then knit one row, then pull all the needles into working position because I want to use all of them. I'm not making a band, because I want to put tassels at the end. So that's why I'm not doing bands now. After pulling out all the needles, I'm going to knit 2 rows, 1 and 2. Sorry, I'll put this in only just to be out like this. I have a tutorial for how to design with a punch card. Please check it out. It's already there, how to design with a punch card. It will guide you on how I did how I designed with a different punch card. So how you feed it in, how you run those things, it's already there now. So after here on my carriage, you can see that I'll just push this middle button and then also turn this other button right here at the back, if you can see this. So what I did is I've turned this button. It was currently in normal, so I've turned it into the design position and also pushed back this middle button on my carrot so that it is selective for designing. So that is all you have to do on your carriage. I'm working in tension 6, so I'm just first going to knit one row. As you can see, the belt is moving for the design, and there's also been needle selection. So after knitting one row, that one row, I'm going to feed in my thread into the second feeder, and there it is. So my yarn is knitting and also the thread is knitting. Push this just close by so you can see what I'm doing. I don't know if you can see this. So this is just, I'm knitting. Oh my God. What happened here? Okay, some thread broke and I'll fix it after. But as you can see, there is a pattern already coming up. Just as, because this is the inside part, like the way it is when you turn it, this is how it will be. So I'm going to knit straight up to 200. That is without any shaping of the armholes or what, because that is the design I want to do. Just a straight rectangle, two straight rectangles. Those are two panels, the front and the back, and then we shall see how to join the top. So you can knit it up to your desired length, whether you want it short or you want it long. I just basically wanted to show you how you can knit a lace design using a punch card, a thread and yarn. So sewing thread and yarn. So basically that is it. Now I'm going to knit straight up to 200 and then cast off. Yeah. So I've reached 200. Now I'm going to release this middle button and also the design button, then cut out this thread fix it back up. So now it's in normal knitting. I'm now going to knit one row and cast off normally. So reach the length you want to, and you just knit one row in the normal knitting and you cast off the yarn. So thank you so much everyone of you that has subscribed to this channel. You encourage me. Thank you so much. And if you're watching and you've not yet subscribed, kindly consider subscribing. Yes, share these videos to your friends, your knitting circles. Let's learn knitting the easy way. Yeah, I got many requests of videos to make, but slowly I'll do as I can, and we shall all be able to knit what we can. So kindly subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment. Yes, I enjoy reading your comments. Those that I can, I'm able to respond to. Thank you so much. So now we are going to start the joining. I've done one side already off camera, so I've created the sleeve and knitted and joined the side. I'm going to show you how I just did it. So for the shoulder part, I just joined here normally, like you see, to create the neck and also the sleeve. So I did 30 needles. So you just select about 30 needles, and then you fix in your work, both sides, the front and the back, and then you join. So if you can't join using the knitting machine, you can just join with the sewing machine if you have one, or if all that is hard for you, you can use crochet if you know how to, or you can do the blind stitch method, that is the hand joining, and you'll be good to go. So I just did 30 needles the usual way, and then knit one row and cast off, as simple as that. And after doing this, you have your neck created. I am not putting a band around the neck, I'm just leaving it drop. It's called the boat neck design. Yes, so I'm just leaving it as that, at that. So if you want to put a band, you are welcome to do that. I think it will give it a beautiful look, so you can add a band. The same thing for the sleeve arm. If you want to add a band, you can as well add it on. You are the designer of the fabric, so just go on, do what you feel you'll be comfortable having the pattern look come out. So to me, this is what I wanted to have, just a simple look. And such a top is good for the hot days. When you feel like it's too hot for you, you just pull out this out of your closet and you wear it. So yeah, it's good for the hot days, the summers. So, and it is so easy because it's more of a lace design. It's not very revealing. You can just add in maybe a simple vest inside or a bra, and you are good to go. So here I'm done with this sleeve. See, the neck area is already created. So what I'll just do is come and to create the arm area. So for this, I had to get my tape. and I measured 8 inches, so you might want to pull out your tape and measure about 8 inches for your sleeve part, and then you pick up the stitch from the 8th inch and then you fix it into your needles. As simple as that. So all the other way is to just put a stitch marker, because now if I measure with this, I know it is about the same way. This one I've already created. When I put it back on the machine, I know it will just begin from there and then go across to the other side. So just do that. You need help of a tape measure to measure out the armhole. So, and then after doing all that, you just pick up your stitches normally, both panels, the front and the back, and then you feed them into your needles, and after all that you shall have to knit only one more and cast off, and the top will be very ready to go with. Between adding tassels and adding just a bit of crochet down. So you being the designer, it is upon you to see how you can give it a good finish. I'll just see when I'm done with the joining how to go about that. So be mindful of the stitches that we're not knitting because of the nature of my punch card. Some stitches were jumping out, so you will be careful enough to make sure that you pick them up and you join them so that they don't jump out of your fabric when you are wearing it. They don't unravel, so be mindful and work on them, fix them so that your work is neat enough. And remember, that is so dependent on the design of your punch card. If all your needles were working well and good, but mine were skipping some stitches, so I have to be careful and make sure that they are all fixed in. Now look at this stitch here, right here. I don't know if you can see that. There is a stitch right here. It skipped out, so I just have to make sure that I fix it in. I just go right below it, and when I am doing the one knitting of the joining, I make sure that it is also covered within and it doesn't jump out. So that's all. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I mean, you've come this far watching, consider subscribing and join this community of knitters. Yes, even though you're not into knitting, you can just support Aboki Knits. Yes, please. Thank you. I do appreciate your support. And in case you see an ad popping up, please don't skip it. Don't skip it. You watch it, because Aboki Knits was monetized, and as a way of earning revenue, it's through the ads that play through and during the video. So kindly don't skip those ads. Watch them, and it is also a better way to support me in this business. So after all that, I'm just going to go in and knit one row and cast off as usual. So after all this, our work is done. So go on ahead and do that. Cast off your work from the machine, and the top is so ready. You can wear it the way it is. You can add tassels, you can do some crochet on the edges. It is really dependent on how you want to give it a finished look. So I'm thinking between those two, especially down, and then maybe do some crochet by the sleeve so that I am able to cover in the stitches that jumped out because of the nature of my punch card. Let me know what you think about this tutorial. So for the sleeve, I decided to do a single crochet around it to be able to cover the protruding, if I can call them protruding, those stitches which came out like this. So I don't want them to jump out when I'm wearing my top. See, I have quite many. There's that, there is this. So to cover them up for one sleeve, I've just done a single crochet just around it. So I'm going to show you how I've done it on this sleeve. I am using a 3.5 millimeter hook and a double strand of my yarn. So I started right from the armhole, like the very part of the armhole down, the armpit, this corner down, and I just went on by picking up a stitch. Just make a note, the first one, then pick up stitches, yarn over, pull through, go in, yarn over, pull through, go in, yarn over, pull through. So here I'm able to cover one protruding stitch. So that's the whole trick. Is you, I don't know if it's your position, just go in, yarn over, pull through, go in, yarn over, pull through, go in, yarn over, pull through, and then you have a pattern created for a single crochet. So I'm going to do that all around. That is for the sleeve, so that I am able to cover up the stitches which jumped out. And remember, this is because of the nature of my card pattern and the number of needles I selected. So I'm just doing crochet all around. It is a single, but if you are not good on crochet, you can make a band, just a small band. There is a top I did, a pink top. I think it's one with a back design, an open back design. Some time back, I'll just put here a thumbnail so that you can trace it out, or the link. There's a way I did a simple sleeve on it, so you can just check it out and you can do the same, because it's the same way I designed the neck. And you can just do a simple band of about 10 rows. I just put back the work on the machine, that is the sleeve area, the armhole area, and you just need 10 rows. You join the band and you're good to go. So in case you don't want to go back to that video, why not? You should go back and you watch how I did the band. So you can just simply do that and see how you can cover up these stitches. Yes, so you just put back all the work on the machine for the sleeve part, and then you need a few rows, join the band, and you have your sleeve bands covered up. Now I've reached the starting point. I'm just going to do a slip stitch Please, if you don't know how to crochet, you might want to look out for content creators of crochet, and you see how you can do this simple a single crochet that I've done, and you are able to do the design yourself. So here the sleeve is done, this side as well as this part. I'm not forgotten to just do the band. So now my sleeves are well locked in and they look better for the top. Here it's locked, so I'm not going to do anything about it. And for the bottom, I'm also going to just do a few single crochets so that it also doesn't just curve in, because there's a way it just curves in, and this is because of the type of yarn. Yes, so I'll do 3 single crochets in all the spaces, because remember when we were starting we knitted and there were these spaces that you can see here, the one by one. So I'm just going to do 3 single crochets in those spaces so that it doesn't curve in, because there is a way it just curves in, you see, like this. So I just want it to open out, and that is how I'm going to do that. Just 3 simple crochets in each one of those holes without any skips or what, and you're good to go. So go on ahead and do that. Meanwhile, if you're not good at crochet and you wanted to avoid this, you would have started with a band. Yes, so you can start with a band, or you can do tassels. You can do tassels in these spaces. So whichever way you choose to design, it is all good for you as the designer. So I'm just going to do this all around the top, and I'll come back and show you how the top has turned out to be. Alright, so this is how it has turned out to be. I did the crochet just on the band, this edge, as you can see, and also in the sleeves, just a single crochet. This I left it the way it is, and it just looks amazing. Look at that pattern. So choose your right card and you'll have a very beautiful pattern. It has a texture that it gives the material, and it's really looking so good. Check out the back. That's how the back looks like. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye bye.